Let's talk about this narrative that Newcastle missing out on players has nothing to do with PSR. Yeah, apparently Newcastle just aren't a big enough club to attract the big players, so they just don't want to go there. It's nothing to do with PSR. In that case, why when Man City were bought out and had no trophies to speak of, did they win the Premier League title within 4 years of being bought out? Players didn't seem to give a toss that they had not won many trophies, but yet it didn't stop them, did it? All the best players in the world were more than happy to go to Manchester City, even though they had no great history, and ironically, it took them 4 years to achieve that. Newcastle currently are 4 years on from us being taken over, and yet we've got fucking Matt Target in our squad. I wonder what's different between Newcastle and our 4 years and Man City and their 4 years. It might be because they didn't have PSR standing in their way and they were able to continuously outbid, outspend and outwages every single opponent who came in for a transfer that they were competing for them with. The players knew, all right, Man City have no great history, but we are going to compete for titles. It's guaranteed because they're spending lots of money. And yes, as people have pointed out, Newcastle can't bid big on the odd player and compete. But equally, we can't do it across the board, which is what other teams are able to do right now. And if we didn't have those PSR rules, you know for a fact, we'd be able to outbid every single club. And all that history that never mattered to those Man City players wouldn't matter to the players who'd be joining Newcastle now. Because players care about two things when they're joining a club. What money I'm on, and are we going to win some fucking trophies? Which is why Newcastle will lose out to Manchester United even when they finish 50th. Because they can spend 200 million on transfers every summer and we can't. Oh, but you bid for Šeško and they bid for Šeško as well. So, you know, it's a fair playing field, really. They outspend us every fucking season by a mile. And players aren't stupid. They understand that the Premier League title winner comes from the top 5 wage payers every single season. Man United are currently second in that table. And they'll understand eventually Man United throwing money at the problem like they continue to do so are going to be back up there. And Newcastle, while they've been clever lately, they're not able to keep competing, which is why we're losing one of our best players. Even though we've got all the money to pay him, we're losing him to a team whose owners are worth less than 1% of our owners. And what do we then do? Replace them with lesser players, making it harder to win trophies, harder to attract better players. So tell me again how PSR is not impacting Newcastle on signing top players. Oh, but you offered more money per week to Šeško. I mean, if you believe that, you'll believe anything. However, even if we did, Šeško knows if he goes to Manchester United, in the future, he can earn 350 grand a week there. He could never earn that in Newcastle. The ladder that he can climb at Man United is way higher. And I gotta say, I thought this was very obvious. So hopefully this has cleared it up for some people who keep claiming that PSR is not and will not continue to impact Newcastle's growth. Because it fucking is and it fucking will.